Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Red Elevator. I am stepping out of the red elevator today and we are back home to do a wonderful, very informative episode about what not to do and what trends are going out in interior design. So you definitely do not want to miss this. Follow me. Since so many of you asked me, today I'm wearing a very fun dress from Ulla Johnson that has metallic little dots all over it with a beautiful rust and blue and pink flower design. My shoes are Barney's, purchased from The Real Real. Today we are going to talk about interior design trends that must go. Now, this is coming from a good place, a place of love. So if you happen to have one of these trends, please don't take offense to it. This is just my personal opinion. And again, it's something interesting that people want to find out about. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end because my biggest pet peeve and my biggest dilemma right now will be shown to you at the very end of this video. And before we get into the next do not do, I will ask you please to kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Again, that really helps this channel, and although it's just a minute, it really makes a difference. So I really appreciate it and thank you for doing that. The first is what I call mirrored glam. Although it was fun at some point, this was basically in a lot of different retail showrooms. Everything was mirrored, everything was manufactured and over glammed up. That trend is now out. Do not try it at home. It literally is too much stimulation, as you can see from this photo, and a little overdone, or much too overdone. If you have one piece that's mirrored, I still love mirroring, but I would much rather you had one piece that's mirrored versus having an entire room that has a lot of glamorous pieces. Again, this is very troubling to the eye. It prevents you from having a focal point, and it really is a design that's out. The next interior design trend that is on its way out and must leave immediately. This particular one I never liked, so I'm sorry if you happen to have this trend. No offense, but the highly distressed furniture is out. It just looks a bit too tired. And by looking at these images, you will notice that there's something about it that doesn't feel right. Things should be a lot smoother, should be a lot cleaner. And that is basically the trend that we are going towards now. The next design trend that must go is the farmhouse chic. I understand many of us are living in these farmhouse chic homes and it is becoming very tiresome. When a design becomes ubiquitous, meaning it's everywhere, and I mean everywhere, it's gotta go. Now, if you have a farmhouse chic home, do not fret. There are things you can do to update it, but it really is getting tiresome, especially if you have the distressed furniture in the home. Minimal rectangular fireplaces, unfortunately, are now out. This was very troubling to many of us because so many of us have those fireplaces. But I am letting you know that unfortunately they have had their time on this planet and now they are leaving. They are eco-friendly, which I do love, and certainly better than burning wood. But now we are going to have these non-burning fireplaces that are similar to what we used to have in the linear ones, but they look more like real fireplaces. There is definitely a transition right now to the old look, but with the newest technology, as you can see in these photos. The next interior design trend that is sort of out, but kind of in, that I wanted to point out is the multiple open shelving in kitchens. Now, many of you are going to argue that open shelves are great in kitchens, and I absolutely agree. But there's been sort of a transformation. Instead of having 3, 6 shelves to the right and to the left of the stove, we are now opting for the single shelf that really is within the circumference of the kitchen that goes from wall to wall is now the newest trend, while the open shelving is out. Hence the linear single shelf now floating above your cabinets or above a range really is the way to go. It is a lot more architectural. You can lean artwork on it or you can have objets on it, but having 3 to 6 shelves to the right and to the left is just too cluttery. A lot of you are going to disagree with this one, and I hope this is not going to be a point of contention, but the next thing that is out, and I mean out, are the neon signs. Gone are the signs of neon, people. Unless you have a James Turrell, don't do it. Do not buy them. Do not put them up. do not plug them in, and certainly don't put the wires exposed. The next trend that absolutely has to go as well is, and I'm really scared to say this, I hope I don't get a lot of angry comments, but the next trend that I think is out, although it's very chic and I still like it, and I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this, is an all-white kitchen. Now, I still believe that all-white kitchens are very, very clean and beautiful. However, I would like to see a little bit more texture, a little bit more fun. So these are trends. Remember, if you have it, it's not a big deal. Tomorrow it'll be out. Next year I'll have a episode saying, don't do what I'm telling you to do today. So don't get too upset. However, the white on white on white is out. What is in kitchen design, as you can see, are fluted cabinets, marble with a lot of intrigue, Calcuttas, Carreras, marble that have veining, marble that have life, marble that is like arabescato. Those are the ones that are trending right now. If it's all white, it's useful, but just not that interesting. This one I'm gonna be really honest about. Not that I haven't been honest before, but I'm gonna be extra honest about this. This one has to go. If you have it, you can do something about it today, right now, this moment. I want you to go and unclutter that coffee table. The days of the over-decorated coffee table are finished. Finished, please unclutter. Now, does it look good? It did, not anymore, no more. Clean, space, airy, zen, yin, yang. Please remove all of the objets from your coffee table. Put 2 books, put a nice object with height, but definitely don't do what's done in this photo. As you can see, it is very bothersome, and to me, it's just a dust trap. I suggest you do a very well-intentioned coffee table decorative design, and what I mean by that is pick your decorative items carefully, love every one of them, and don't just put everything you own on the coffee table. I'm going to do this in one take. I don't know if it's gonna work because it literally is my first take, but I wanted to thank all of you for joining me today, Sunday, on the Red Elevator. I really enjoyed sharing with you what I dislike or what trends are really going out. I don't dislike anything. I think that there is a lot of great design that's going on, and you can certainly mix it up, and you mustn't do what everybody's doing. But these are suggestions, and this is what is happening au courant, and I did want to share that with you. So thank you for joining me. Make sure and subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next week.